The world's rarest personality type. 15 indications you're an INFJ. INFJ stands for inwardness, emotion, judgment, and introversion. Of the 16 Myers-Briggs personality types, this one is regarded as one of the rarest. About 2% of the world's population are of these categories. This personality type is characterized by extremely distinctive traits that make its members stand out from the crowd. They are sometimes referred to as the counselor or the advocate, and they can be highly cryptic and emotionally astute. Although we may believe we understand this personality type quite well, in reality, it is incredibly misunderstood. See if you fit the INFJ personality type by looking at some of its key characteristics. The first is a different wavelength. INFJs frequently have a sense of alienation since most people are not on the same frequency as they are. Their primary skill is intuition, and they unconsciously look for patterns in pretty much everything. These patterns primarily relate to human nature because of their secondary function, feeling, which attracts people to one another. Someone can have intuition if they have the capacity to perceive something unconsciously without being aware of how or why they do. As intuition operates subconsciously, it is possible to refer to it as a psychic capacity. INFJs, on the other hand, frequently struggle when attempting to describe this sixth sense to others, which frequently leaves them feeling alone or merely misunderstood. Desire everything to be perfect and frequently put things off. This personality type is characterized by a persistent fear of failing. They aim for excellence and try to go above what a typical person is capable of. Because of their ingrained need to pursue absolute perfection in almost everything, INFJs postpone a lot. Despite the fact that they can accomplish all of the things they are frightened of without exerting themselves too much. INFJs struggle to handle criticism, since it truly sticks out in their minds, sometimes overpowering the pleasant comments they get. Yet as they age, they discover that it's simpler to let go of this demand for perfection. They may focus on building their self-confidence to accomplish outstanding achievements in relation to their life goals, or they could allow themselves to make more mistakes. The third item is value. Quality and appearance. An INFJ searches for beauty and excellence in almost everything. They simply like being surrounded by elegance and beauty. They are especially attracted to high-quality items like great food, fashionable clothing, and anything that is well made. Also, despite the fact that their emphasis on sophisticated objects goes against their spiritual nature, they find great inspiration in peace and beauty. Having said that, INFJs tend to be frugal. Some great things are preferable to many average ones in their eyes. Exude warmth and charm is number 4. Most of us don't frequently find ourselves sitting next to a stranger and sharing them our deepest concerns, hopes, and secrets. But because INFJs are such endearing characters, it happens frequently that complete strangers will happily share such details with them. The atmosphere that people with this personality type often exude makes those around them feel wonderfully at ease and at peace. They are excellent at making others feel comfortable, and just about everyone enjoys being around them. They are not just affably trustworthy and endearing people, but they are also excellent listeners who communicate clearly and meet people where they are. Extremely perceptive to others is the fifth quality. INFJs have a keen ability to read other people and can quickly grasp their motivations and emotional states. But they aren't as simple to grasp themselves, which can make it challenging to understand someone as well as they understand you. INFJs are excellent at reading other people's emotions and sentiments, but they are also skilled at penetrating the depths of another person's mind using their intuition. They become fascinated by how other people think and want to understand what makes them special in their own way. They can frequently sense right away whether someone is lying to them or even when they are deceiving themselves. Sixth, take on other people's emotions. INFJs frequently take on other people's emotions and perceive them as their own. For instance, they frequently become enthusiastic themselves if someone else around them does. They could have similar feelings if the other person is agitated or anxious. It can be overwhelming to experience one's own feelings as well as those of other people. But it also offers a deeper comprehension of those emotions as well as the capacity to help and console others. INFJs are capable of convincing others that everything will be fine. Developing a deep emotional intimacy is number 7. When INFJs are among people they don't know well, they tend to come off as reserved or shy. They are frequently viewed as enigmatic or just private. But they are actually highly relational. It may simply take some time for them to reveal their genuine self and open out to others. INFJs yearn for genuine connections and a deeper level of trust in others. And since they are able to sympathize with others and engage in deep dialogue, they build solid emotional relationships with the individuals they trust. Number 8. Authentic introversion. INFJs are easy to get along with, but they are introverted people. They are adept at blending in, but they may also feel completely at ease in a small group of close friends who are reliable and deserving of their devotion. INFJs typically feel overwhelmed and worn out in large social settings or crowds, just like the majority of introverts do. Although they naturally excel in these social situations, they also require their own private alone time to unwind and rejuvenate. Sensitive to conflict is the 9th quality. Conflict has a tendency to make INFJ personality types anxious. They work hard to establish harmonious relationships with those who are near to them, and they want such ties to be maintained by those close to them. Their seemingly unwavering optimism might be physically disrupted when a problem arises. When they are contemplating a disagreement that involves them or someone they care about, they frequently have trouble falling asleep or staying focused. It may even cause physical stress, resulting in unpleasant body disruptions including headaches, stomach aches, and muscle aches. This does not imply, however, that those with this personality type actively attempt to avoid conflict. But, with practice and complete empathy for others, INFJs learn to set constructive limits for confrontations and assert their own demands at the same time. 10. Future-oriented. This personality type places a lot of emphasis on willpower. INFJs frequently take all actions necessary to advance toward their personal objectives. For instance, they will end a relationship that doesn't seem to be working out or quit their job if they are employed somewhere they don't like or don't see a future in. Moreover, INFJs tend to remember negative events and are quite critical of the past. They often want to lead a life that is centered on the future in order to avoid the unpleasant emotions that frequently accompany these flashbacks. Number 11. Get near to those who need assistance. INFJs have the ability to see the best in others. Unfortunately, because they think they can save others, they frequently become victims of the broken wing thesis. They frequently discover that they are drawn to those who require assistance because of their capacity to compassionately assist and heal others. For INFJ personality types, this can be fulfilling, but if limits are crossed, it can also seem very stressful or irritating. Number 12. Inquisitive thinker. INFJs frequently find themselves delving deeply into questions of meaning, purpose, and what influences everything in their lives. Because they enjoy learning new things and deepening their understanding of the world, they are interested in music, reading, and philosophical or spiritual topics. INFJs naturally do not engage in idle conversation or gossip due to their need to comprehend such profound revelations. Although this is a very positive trait, it can make it difficult to enjoy simple pleasures like watching a movie or having coffee with coworkers. INFJs frequently struggle to unwind or carry out typical daily tasks without thinking too much about them. Number 13. Language gifted. INFJs generally spend their alone time participating in their personal hobbies due to their introverted disposition. Being so perceptive allows for an enormous range of inventiveness and is frequently coupled with a profound command of language. INFJs, on the other hand, frequently choose writing over speaking since it provides a more open channel for them to communicate their original thoughts and ideas. When discussing such strongly held opinions with others, conversations can quickly stall or turn negative. Therefore, they try to avoid speaking too much unless absolutely necessary. Because writing is a bigger platform for discharging one's deepest ideas, it promotes calm and peace. Because of their capacity to use divine symbolism and intrigue in their work, INFJs are frequently extremely skilled and successful writers. Work best alone or in small groups, according to Rule 14. Even though INFJs get along well with others, they frequently produce their best work while working by themselves, free from interruptions. Alternatively, they might collaborate with a small group of people they trust and who share their viewpoints. INFJs are emotional and extremely perceptive people, yet they can also be quite analytical and scientific. They frequently take pleasure in a profession in science, research, or technology. Number 15. Focused on what is right. INFJs frequently feel obligated to defend others because of their capacity for love and healing. They might fight back against bullies on someone else's behalf or put their attention on supporting someone going through a trying time in life. If they decide to pursue a career in which helping others isn't necessarily a requirement, they'll probably make a donation or find some spare time to volunteer for a nonprofit. INFJ personality types also experience a fear of being a bad person, which drives them to act in accordance with their moral convictions. INFJs have complex, eccentric personalities that can occasionally be outright contradictory. The INFJ personality type has both strengths and shortcomings, just like every other personality type. But being aware of these traits can make it easier for others to get along with them. The easiest way to ascertain your personality type is to take a test designed by experts, since many people can identify with some of these characteristics. But, if you can relate to the majority of these indicators, there's a significant probability that you are an INFJ, the most uncommon personality type in the world. Tell us what you believe. How many of these characteristics do you share? You may be an INFP. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and tell your friends about it so we can keep making them. To be notified when we upload a new video, click the notification bell and remember to press the subscribe button for more videos like this. Thank you for viewing.